Good evening, ladies. I am your mother, Jolene Williams, and today's class is going to be given on the importance on how to keep your bedrooms clean. Okay, a little side note on mommy. I used to have a messy room when I was little. My mother had to come in and she had to clean my room for me, and she had to put my clothes away, and I didn't like where she would put things because I could never find them. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? Sometimes somebody picks up after you and then you can't find your stuff anymore because you should have put it away to begin with. That way you know where everything is. Everything has its own place, and that's how we stay organized, okay? The first thing on why it's important is because it teaches us self-discipline. If we're able to pull something out and play with it and then put it back where it belongs, then that's being disciplined, okay? Because you're going to get into a routine and you're going to get used to pulling something out and putting it back when you're complete with it. Another thing is it helps for organization. We have certain areas in our room dedicated to certain things, right? We have a bed, and we use our bed to sleep on. And then we have a dresser, and we use our dresser to keep our clothes in. And then we might have a toy stand, and that's where we keep all of our toys and things that we want to play with, okay? Please hold it till the end. So that's part of being called organized. Because everything has its own place, and everything needs to get put back away when we're done with it. Another thing that we have is our clothes, right? We have clean clothes and we have dirty clothes. So where do we put our dirty clothes? In the dirty clothes hamper, right? Mm-hmm. And then where do we put our clean clothes? Separated. Then we don't have to worry about having a messy room because we know that when we put our clothes on in the morning,
they're going to be clean and they're not going to smell like our dirty socks from the night before, okay? Yeah, that's disgusting because nobody likes to smell like dirty feet, do they?
Even I put my door, the only part is my door toy, then I put it back away.
That's good. You have to put it back away, okay? But sometimes we all need a little bit of help because sometimes we kind of let our rooms get a little messy, right? Mm-hmm. What about trash? Where does trash go? Trash goes in the trash can, doesn't it? Okay, so if we see things that are on the floor, we have to pick it up and we have to put it in the trash. Because mommies don't like it when there's dirty trash on the ground, do we? Because what can happen? We can bring us bugs in the house, right? And nobody wants to be the smelly, stinky kid that goes to school and has bugs on their stuff, okay? Another thing is we don't use any more than what we have, okay? We don't need to pull everything out of our dresser to get ready in the morning, right? All we need is to pull out the shirt that we're going to wear and maybe the skirt or the pants that we're going to wear, our socks, and our clean underwear. We don't need to have all of our clothes out because then we make a mess, and guess what? We have to pick it back up again, right? Because we already said that we put everything in its place to stay organized. Now, what happens when you need help?
It keeps on flashing.
Who do you go to for help? You can use your manners and you can ask your mommy for help. Or you could ask your big sister for help if you need a little bit of help. Please put your hand down. Right? So if Victoria's dresser falls out, if all of her drawers are out because she was putting her clothes away, right? Because we know that happens sometimes. Victoria can't do it by herself, so she needs our help, doesn't she? She needs to be able to trust that she can ask her sister or her mommy for help. And the same with you. If you need to put something away and you can't reach it, you need to know that you're able to come to mommy with your manners and say, Mommy, will you please help me clean my room? Laundry day is a big day, right? We do laundry day on Saturday. So a lot of times we have
to take all of our dirty clothes downstairs, and then we have to put it away once it's clean. So if every time we do a load of laundry, we put our clothes straight into our dresser, then we don't have to worry about doing it at bedtime, right? And that keeps our room clean as well, doesn't it?
So what about picking up as you go? We pick our toys up as we play, right? Because we don't want to play Uno, and then we don't want to play Barbies, and then we don't want to play marbles, and we have all that scattered around the floor. Because somebody's going to trip over the marbles and maybe land on a Barbie, and then throw the Uno cards all over the floor. So that's pretty important that we don't leave our stuff laying around, isn't it? Because we don't want to get injured. Okay. Now, I'd like to go over everything that we've talked about. Okay. What did I say was about discipline? Go ahead.
Discipline means that, like, I forgot.
Okay, Victoria.
Discipline means like cleaning your bedroom.
Right. It's being able to do what you're asked to do on a daily basis without having to be told, isn't it? Okay. Now, how many things do we get out at a time?
2, 1.
We get out what we need, don't we? Because if we get out too much stuff, then we can get overwhelmed, like I was talking about earlier. We get overwhelmed and then we forget about putting it away because all we can see is a bunch of stuff out. But if we only have one thing out, we know that that needs to get put away before we get something else out, right? Okay, now laundry day. When do we do laundry day? Go ahead. Saturdays. And how many things do we put away at once? Do we put away 1 load of clothes or do we put away 4 loads of clothes? Go ahead.
All dirty clothes.
All the dirty clothes go downstairs, but when we're putting our clothes away to help us organize, then what do? Go ahead.
4 piles.
We have our piles and we get them put away before we get any more piles, don't we? Okay. You guys have done an outstanding job, and I hope that you understand the importance about keeping your bedroom clean, because it's not just because Mommy wants to see a clean bedroom, right? It's because it helps you guys stay safe, doesn't it? If you guys have too many things on the floor and you can't get your door open, if there's an emergency, then you're going to run into some problems. Can you wait, please? So, and if we put everything where it belongs, then we'll be able to get up and get going early in the morning, and we won't have any fusses. We'll be able to climb into our beds, and we'll be able to go to sleep quicker. We don't have to put anything away.
Or if I had to go to sleep in the morning.
Okay, and I thank you guys for being such a great audience, and I hope that you'll be able to see what I was talking about keeping your room clean, and you'll be able to do that and have your own discipline from now on. Thank you.
Thank you,